නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ Samma Sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the noble doctrine of the Buddha, and the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Buddha. Hello everyone, welcome to our Sunday Dhamma Talk series. Special Dhamma Talk series, week number 33. Today we have a very special monk here from Myanmar, and he will be talking about proper attitude and progress of meditation. So this Sunday Dhamma Talk series has been designed to invite the monks and the nuns from around the world to share their wisdom for the benefit of our Dhamma USA community around the world. So I hope today's Dhamma talk will also be very, very beneficial to all of you. I would like to invite you to be connected with the Dhamma USA every Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific time and 10 a.m. Eastern time, and it should be, I think, 8:30 a.m. 8:30 p.m. India and Sri Lanka time, and 9:30, I guess, in MMT. So welcome and enjoy this Dhamma talk. Let me first invite our guest monk today. Hello, Venerable.
Hello, Maharaj.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, Pandit. Thank you.
Very nice to see you. And I remember we met some time back at the University of the West. You were here for a while, and I'm happy that you are going to come back again in a few days' time. So I know you have a very illustrious resume here. It's so wonderful to read your resume. So I also remember you have been doing a lot of things in Myanmar, and including your monastic school, right?
Yes, Pandit, I'm doing this.
Maybe would you like to actually say a few words about that monastic institute first?
Yes, it is called the Pyinnyaryaungchi Buddhist Education Center, located in South Dagon Township, Yangon. So there we are teaching the young Samnera for the Alankara system. And we try to communicate with the other communities. Yeah.
How many Samaneras are there?
As now 12 Samnera, Pandit, only 12 now. We just started.
Okay. And I know you are a wonderful monk, associate professor, Mahavihara Dhammavinaya University, Myanmar, and also you are the registrar and associate professor of Patipatti department over there,
Yes,
and
Pandit.
that's Dhammavinaya University, Yangon, Myanmar. And also head and the founder of Pyinnyaryaungchi Buddhist Education Center in South Dagon, Yangon. And Venerable Sayadaw Pannadhikalankara studied in traditional way in educational monasteries in Mandalay. He was conferred Sasana Dhaja Dhammacharya and Vinaya Vidu degrees by Ministry of Religious Affairs and Culture of Myanmar, and Sasanaalankara distinguished Samanera degree by Pariyatti Sasanahita Board exam. After graduation of Dhammacharya teacher in Dhamma, he was appointed as a teacher in Buddhist education centers. He further studied in University of Peradeniya, Kandy, Sri Lanka, and graduated MA degree in 2012. And in 2017, he became a lecturer and registrar of Mahavihara Dhammavinaya University. He was appointed as a member of representative in collaborative project between University of Chicago and Myanmar Buddhist scholars in 2018, and he conducted as a member of educational delegation both in US and Myanmar. Presently, he is serving as a member of Central Examination Board in Abhidhamma and Visuddhimagga, Ministry of Religious Affairs and Culture of Myanmar. So, more to say about Venerable Pyinnyaryaungchi, and it's such an honor to welcome you to our Dhamma Talk series on Sunday. And I hope your topic today will be very helpful. Proper attitude and progress of meditation. That will be also very helpful to our community. And over to you, Venerable Pyinnyaryaungchi, to continue your Dhamma sharing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pandi, and giving me opportunity to give the Dhamma talk for the 33 Dhamma talk series. So, okay, have a good time, everyone, and let's start our Dhamma talk. So today, as a topic given in the PowerPoint, I'm going to talk about the proper attitude and progress of meditation. So this meditation is very popular nowadays. So many people practice meditation in different purposes. So today I would like to introduce the Buddhist meditation. So in Buddhist meditation, although it can be different types according to the different tradition and practicing in different purpose, so the process can be the same as mentioned in the in Pali text Buddhist teaching. There, when we meditate, so the meditator have to try to develop the mental qualities. So mental qualities, they are, in the religious term, it is called the kusala, the wholesome nature. And on the other hand, we can say they are positive mental qualities, such as the mindfulness, energy, and concentration, wisdom, etc. At the same time of the development of the positive mental qualities, the meditator is trying to reduce the unwholesome nature of the mental defilements. So these are called the upakilesa in Pali term, and recognized as the negative qualities of mind. So developing positive quality of mind and reducing negative qualities of mind. This is the important process of meditation. So the negative qualities are rooted in the greed, lobha, hatred, dosa, and delusion, moha. Then why the meditator need to develop the mental qualities of the wholesome, of the positive. Because the being searching for the happiness and joy in the life. And for Buddhist follower, expecting a good destination after death. Then keeping the hope or aspiration to attain the Nibbana. So this is the way how the Buddhist people are expecting for. Then to fulfill these expectations, the practitioner must develop the wholesome nature or wholesome qualities, and also need to reduce the unwholesome nature in the mental process. That's why during the time of meditation, the meditator have to develop the wholesome qualities, wholesome nature. And when the wholesome nature becomes stronger and stronger, as they are opposite to the unwholesome nature, akusala. So kusala and akusala are opposite to each other. Then when the wholesome nature becomes stronger and stronger through the meditation practice, the unwholesome nature are reduced, and finally they are removed completely. Then that is called the success of meditation. Then when the wholesome qualities are developed to the certain level, so their understanding are developed step by step. And the final destination is to realize the Nibbana. But the realization of Nibbana can be reached through the understanding of the true nature. So the Buddhist meditation is learning about their true nature. Then, through the understanding of their true nature, their Nibbana, which is one of the ultimate reality, can be realized. And this is the ultimate goal of the Buddhist meditation practice. But others, expectation also can be possible for different person to be healthy or to be happy and to have the stable mind like this. So anyhow, when the meditator trying to be successful in the meditation, so there should be some necessities, conditions to support the meditation progress and to reach the expected situation, expected stages. So among them, today I would like to talk about the respect. So respect, which is usually used as the Pali word is garawa. So that respect or respectful attitude while practicing meditation is very helpful, and that can lead to give rise to confidence, which is called saddha. So in the sutta is mentioned that the respect to the Buddha. So meditator should develop his respectful mind to the Buddha, because the Buddha is a great teacher. He was found how to practice meditation until the attainment of the Mega and Palav, realizing the true nature. That's why keeping respectful mind to the Buddha. And sometimes the Buddha can be regarded as the the best companion, which is called Kalyanamitta. So it is according to the Upada Sutta. The Buddha himself stated that the meditator, the practitioner, can reach to the highest knowledge, keeping the Buddha as the best companion or as a Kalyanamitta. So the meditator should learn about the Buddha. Then he should develop the respectful attitude toward the Buddha. After that, the respect to the Dhamma, because the Dhamma is well preached by the Buddha, given the clear instruction to reach our goals step by step. Then this kind of Dhamma, if we know how the Dhamma system, the teaching of Dhamma system is laid down by the Buddha, then we can appreciate the system of Dhamma. So this is how we can respect to the Dhamma. Then the respect to Sangha as the community keeping the good practice in morality, concentration, and wisdom, not harming to the other communities. Then understanding about the virtue of their Sangha, the meditator should develop their respectful attitude toward the Sangha. Then respect to Sikha, which is called training. So the Sikha refers to the Sila Sikha, the training of the moralities, and Samadhi Sikha, the training of the concentration, and Panya Sikha, the training of wisdom. So if the meditator can keep the respectful attitude toward their training, he can practice well. He can practice carefully as instructors according to the teaching. So to improve and to be successful in the meditation practice, the one have to keep the respectful mind, respectful attitude toward the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, Sikha, and also so the other things like the companion and the Dhamma, specific Dhamma given by the meditation teacher. Then in this Anguttara Nikaya, there's a sutta that called the Adipatiya Sutta that gives the 3 types of authority, which is called Pali in Adipatiya. So this is the position of the chief. So this also is a kind of respect. So if someone practicing meditation, then keeping oneself as the authority, it means the chief respected stages. So considering about oneself, I'm this kind of person, so I should practice well after deciding to practice meditation. And this can be said the self-respect. So through this self-respect, one can regulate by oneself. So as you know, there's sometimes when sitting or trying to concentrate on the meditation object, the mind is not following to our will or not obeying to our wish. And if we keep on meditation object and then it goes somewhere and distracted mind develop and thinking about here and there, in this way cannot be successful in meditation and also cannot find the happiness and join in the meditation if the mind is going around all the time and very difficult to concentrate. So at that time, the meditator just consider about self-respect. Oh, I should respect because this is the meditation I have chosen. So I decided to meditate. So what is the meditation? Meditation is focusing on the specific meditation object. So it doesn't matter you practice the anapanasati of elements or anything else. But the important thing is you should focus on the meditation object in order to develop your mental qualities. So it is the meditation is used as the Bandava bhavana. So it is development. When you can develop your wholesome qualities and the positive qualities of mind, then this you are meditating. And if you are under the influence of the destructive mind and then there are many environments, that is just sitting. Maybe if you are trying to sit in or if you are trying to walk in and just walking, no meditation. So meditation can be you know, understood as the Pali word, bhavana, and mental development. So with the self-respect, one can regulate his walk in the meditation as the mental development. In the same way, the second authority is called the lokadipatiya. So respecting to the world means to the respected people, the respected teacher or anyone. Being respect to them, I should focus on my process and my work on meditation. Then the last one, the Dhammadipadiya. This is respect to the holiness of the teaching. So according to the Buddhist text, this Dhamma guidance cannot be received every time. Only when the Buddha appear in the world, all the Vipassana meditation, especially Vipassana meditation guidance can be received. So the Buddha also, he already claimed that he has practiced already and he already successful. He attained and he gave the method how to practice. That's why considering about the holiness of the teaching, or this is the opportunity to receive or to practice. I should really make effort to be successful in this way. And keeping the three authorities, one can make himself or herself to be successful in meditation practice. So this related to the respectful mind. So the very important point. So if you try to meditate and also if you expect to be successful and to be in progress in meditation, searching for the happiness and joy in the life and searching for condition to be reborn in the good destination, searching for the opportunity to realize the ultimate reality of Nibbana. So you should respect and you should develop your respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and Sikha. And on the other hand, we can say you should admonish yourself to walk in proper way. Then, okay, so the to be successful or to be in the progress for meditation, another important quality is to accept the reality, the real situation. So we should develop our acceptance, the quality of acceptance and the realities, the real situation. So when we try to meditate, of course, we face difficulties. We have different types of difficulties. So the past event come to the mind and disrupt all the time, and the future expectation comes. That is, as long as you cannot concentrate your mind, you cannot develop your concentration so that your mind stick to the meditation object. So many difficulties can be encountered during the practice of meditation. But these difficulties can be overcome by the development of positive mental qualities, so such as the development of mindfulness and development of clear comprehension, etc. So you can overcome finally. Before the meditator cannot overcome these difficulties, it is very difficult like this. So many of our meditator saying this, very difficult Bandi, like this. But for this case, I wanted to introduce the sutta in Sayutta Nikaya is called the Kamata Sutta. In the Kamata Sutta, the Deva came to the Buddha and make the lamentation, they express the lamentation. And how's that? His lamentation is Dukkaram Bhagawa, Sudukkaram Bhagawa, he said that in Pali. In English, so it is hard to do, Lord. It is very hard to do. So many devas came to the Buddha to listen the Dhamma or to ask the question, sometimes to see the Buddha himself, just to see. But for this Deva, the Kamata Deva, he came to the Buddha to express his lamentation because he was a bhikkhu and he practiced very hard in his previous life because his kills are very strong. Unfortunately, he could not be successful in meditation and passed away. He was reborn in the Deva realm. Then, remembering that he could not be successful in the meditation practice, then he came to the Buddha and he gave his statement according to his experience, saying that it is hard to do, very hard to do that. It means that to be successful in meditation, according to the Deva, is very hard. But the Buddha didn't say, I have the strong power, or I have a strong knowledge, highest knowledge. I can make your meditation to be easy. He didn't say in this way. What he said is, although you say it is very hard to do, but many of the disciples has done to accomplish the meditation, to be successful themselves in the meditation. So there are some ways to accomplish. The Buddha just stated that it means we should not be a sparer, or meditation should be easy way like this. As long as the opposite of the mental development, those are called the kilesa, are very strong, the meditation will be very difficult. So if you want to be comfortable in the meditation progress, you need to reduce the amount of mental defilements. So the Buddha gives this, the process. Then, so meditation is to search for the happiness in different level. So up to the attainment of the final happiness of Nibbana. So that successful state of meditation can be found through the contentment, which is called Pali in the Tukti there. In that sutta, Buddha said there, one who has the stereo situation in Baju, so moral precept, based on the Bajus, then he could develop the contentment, Tukti. Then he can be successful, he can be progress in meditation. So this is an important point. If the meditator wish to be successful or wish to be in the progress in the practice of meditation, he need to develop the quality of contentment. So I will explain that what is mean contentment. The contentment, so is related to the for the bhikkhus, related to the four requisites, or the jivara, which is called, or the for the lay people, it can be used as a dress, and for bhikkhu is robe, and the binnapada is food, and senasana is residence place, and medicine. So these four are basis requirements, but we should have the contentment for these requirements, not developing and our attachment to these requirements. Then by the development of contentment, tutti, so one can get the tranquil mind. One can develop the tranquil mind. It's called the tranquility, or the state of tranquility in the mind. So then Buddha continue his teaching that who can get the tranquilities? So one who delight in meditation. He said that delight in meditation. That's why the meditator should try to find the delightful feeling in the meditation practice. So if he is not happy in meditation, his mind cannot be tranquil. Then there cannot be successful in meditation. So how can we keep our mind in tranquil state so that we can develop in our meditation progress? So it also comes through the restraints of the sense faculties. So according to this sutta, the meditator should restrain the sense faculties. So sense faculties are eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Through these faculties, the objects come to be conditioned, so come to touch to the mental process, come into the mind, if we say the easy way to understand, come into the mind. So through the eye, whatever we see, being the object of our mind, they come into the mind. So we see something. And when we see something, if the object is what we like, so mostly, if we are not practicing, mostly the attachment arises. Then if the subject is what we don't like, then the dissatisfaction or sometimes anger arises in the mind. So going to extreme through the seeing. In the same way, through the hearing, when we hear something, also our mind, if we are not training, then it can go to attachment or anger in different way. And also by the other negative mental state, the object can cause to be shaken the mind. So meditation trying to make the tranquility of mind. So if we don't keep the restraints of the same faculties, then our mind will be always shaken according to the object. Sometimes go to attachment and sometimes go to the dissatisfaction or anger. Then, so if we keep the meditative mind, which is called the development of mindfulness, to prevent the arising of attachment or anger, and mindfulness and effort, then we train or we restrain our sense faculties, eye, ears, etc. Not to letting go, not to let the attachment and anger come into the mind through the process of seeing. So according to Abhidhamma teaching, so we can classify the process of the consciousness. So eye consciousness or ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and only the mental process, the consciousness through the mental process. So if we can restrain our sense faculties, it means whenever the consciousness arises, then we're trying to develop the consciousness to be with the mindfulness. In this way, our mind is protected by the negative qualities to come into the mind, mental process. Then it becomes tranquil. It becomes calm. And also, if the mind becomes tranquil and calm, the meditator can get the delightful feeling in meditation. So before the attainment of that kinds of feeling, so thinking that meditation is very difficult or very boring or difficult to concentrate on the meditation object like this. But if the meditator could develop the delightful feeling or delightful situation of mind in the meditation, so meditation is no more difficult. He can practice and he can be progress in the meditation. So you have to remember, if you want to practice the meditation, so based upon the virtue, you should develop the contentment, the doti, in relation to the four requisites. Then, through the restraints of sense faculty, you have to calm down the mind and keep in the tranquil situation of the mental process. This is not really complicated, actually. And if you are specifically practicing in the specific times, time periods, or in your daily life, and you have to remember, so to keep the tranquility of mind, to have the tranquility of mind, we should restrain the sense faculties, not letting arise the attachment or anger. So in this way, we can practice to be in the progress of meditation. Then, so here I would like to extend a little bit about the contentment, because this is very important. So we using in our daily life, so four requisites at least. So even the bhikkhu, so practicing, making the commitment for the religious life, we have to live on these requisites. For the lay life, it will be more requisites. Then, so here, dress, food, dwelling place and medicine. So if the meditator have the many complaint and regarding this, even for the essential requirements, so his mind cannot be stable, cannot be tranquil because of many complaint or dissatisfaction for that. That's why the Buddha always guide the disciple to be progress in meditation. You should find the contentment in relation to the four requisites. These usually come in the Santosa or the Ittaritara Santuti in the world. And this, if you study the sutta, and many times it appears. So this is the development of the qualities of mental qualities of the contentment. So okay, on the other side, what if these requirements or these requisites cannot be fulfill our needs like this? So sometimes the requisites can be fulfilled for the requirements of our bodily needs, but still our mind cannot satisfy and then demand, make a lot of demand and a lot of complaint. This is the problem of mind, not problem of the requisites. So no problem of the dress or food or dwelling place or medicine. But that is the problem of mind. So for the person who cannot satisfy with the requisites, he need to search for more and more. And still, the mind is developing demands. So always busy, cannot concentrate on that. This one, so for the past things, we have to develop our contentment in relation to the four requisites. So what if that? If the requisites are not fulfilling our bodily needs or our requirements, then so we have to consider from the other side. It is called the sabaya. So here sabaya. The sabaya is the, we can say, the suitabilities. So if something is enough to support our needs, is we already get the suitability condition. The only thing is we have to focus on meditation practice to be in the progress. But if they are still lack to fulfill the requirement, lack of the qualities, or the cannot fulfill our requirements, so we have to define the suitable requisites. So here, the five sabaya are suggested. So if someone try to develop in meditation, so he should find the uttu sabaya, this agreeable season. So if the season or the climate is not fit for that person, for meditator, it's very hard to keep the mind in the calm and tranquil state. That's why we should check whether the season of the climate is suitable for us to develop our mental progress. So this is for those who trying to practice the meditation deeply. So in our daily life, we just trying to adjust ourselves and then to develop the mindfulness. It's okay, but it cannot be deeper situation if we are not practicing carefully. So for those who wish to really develop and really wish to be successful in the meditation, he should care about the uttu. And also the second one is the bhojana sapaya, so agreeable food. It's not like the demand or not like complaining all the time. If the food cannot fulfill the requirements, so physically or mentally. And although we train ourselves to develop the contentment, still the food is not agreeable to our practice. So we should find the proper food to support our meditation. Then residence. Another one is Senasana Sapaya. So agreeable residence. Also, if we have the many disturbance regarding the resident place, also we cannot meditate. We cannot develop in meditation. Then another requirement is the agreeable friend or companion. So if we have a girlfriend to meditate together or some support to our meditation, so our meditation can be in progress. And sometimes we also should try to be a good companion to the others, so that we can find the proper community of meditation, so that we can be successful in both sides. So we should find the proper companion to the other. We should build a proper companion to the other, and also we should find a proper companion in the meditation practice, so that we can be successful. Then the last one is the Dhammasana Sapaya. So also it needs we should have the proper instruction or agreeable teaching to listen, so that can promote our positive mental qualities to be successful in meditation. These are basic requirements. So if someone lack of the contentment, he should develop the contentment. So not complaining many things, or trying to be satisfied whatever we receive, whatever we have. Otherwise, all the time searching for the requirements or requisites, and always busy, and mind cannot be concentrated. So if cannot concentrate on the meditation object, it's not in the progress of meditation, cannot be successful. That's why for those who wish to be successful in the meditation, have to develop the contentment, and also at the same time we need to check whether we get the suitability of the five things. If we still need to find, and we should try to fulfill these requirements. Then another one, other factor is the motivation. So we need to motivate ourselves, or sometimes we need to find a proper teacher or friends to motivate our meditative mind. So it can give rise the enough energy. So enough energy means it is mentioned that the Buddha mentioned that to promote the power of mental powers of energy, so that to complete which is not completed yet. So apadasapatiya, we have to make more effort. So for the meditator, if still the meditator could not find the satisfaction in the meditation, so there are many excuses to be absent in meditation. So today I will skip, or tomorrow is the same. So many excuses come to give up. Then for that reason, to prevent for that kind of situation, the meditator should develop the energy through the motivation from different ways. So considering about the thinking that so now I have a opportunity, although I still have the difficulties, I have opportunity to meditate. So I have opportunity to practice. Then I will try today, and I will take this opportunity. So I will not miss it, and to practice. Then make more effort for that. The purpose is to complete what is not completed yet. Yes, of course, if we could not develop the certain level of the concentration and wisdom, and we should make more effort to get to that certain level of concentration and wisdom. And anatikamasa, adikamaya, this to accomplish, so which is not accomplished yet. So by this attitude, we have to motivate ourselves. We have to remind ourselves to keep continuing to develop our energy in the meditation. Without the energy, meditation cannot be successful. And the asachikatasa, sachikriya is same. So before that, I have never experienced the joyful state of meditation or the concentrated mind or understanding about the nature or the development of the wholesome qualities, positive qualities like this. So then if we make more effort, that's we will have the opportunity to complete or to accomplish, to experience a new experience of the Dhamma in the meditation process. So the instruction is given that acha ajewati pativedan akankamano. So pativedan akankamano. So aspiring to have the realization. Acha ajewa means there even today. So when you start to meditate, you should make this kind of motivation yourself. So I will try to experience even today and in this setting, in this sitting of meditation. Then with the enthusiastic or the energetic mind, I will accomplish. So this is also a kind of requirement. So if we just meditate without energy, so it is very hard to keep our mind in the meditation object, on the meditation object, because without energy, the influence of the other object, not meditation object, come into the mind and occupy all the time. And so we lost our object of meditation. Then the meditation cannot be successful. So for those who can wipe off all the influence of the other object and keep the mind on the meditation object, he can develop the concentration. Through the concentration, then happiness comes, the mind calms down, then the wisdom appears to realize the true nature of the realities or true nature of the world. This is the meditation is kind of learning about the realities. So it needs the energy, it needs the concentration. Then there, even the Seka, king of the Dewa, he admonished his son, Susima and Suwira, like this in the Samyutta Nikaya. I just mentioned that if there's no place to get the bliss or the happiness without making any effort. So only when we make effort and we complete the energy to be in enough power, so we can accomplish. So it is said, the Buddha said the Dewa realm usually rely on the Karma already done in the past. So even that kinds of being Seka, talking about the making effort to get the happiness and blissful state of the life. So we, the human beings, the human realm, human situation depends on the effort, wisdom, and also karma. So that's why the human should consider about the power of effort or power of energy, virya. So that's why we should motivate by the proper way of thinking. we should encourage ourselves and through the proper way of thinking and proper attitude. Then we can be successful in the meditation. Then another suggestion. So according to the Sutta teaching, so to protect the calm and tranquil state of mind, we need to develop the sanya, usually translated as the perception. So the anicca sanya, such as anicca sanya. So focusing on the realities or focusing on the daily life events, many things, many changes. So we should understand that everything is changing. So keeping the perception. So the best thing is if we can focus on the realities, because based upon the concept, the different direction and different conclusion come into the mind. That's why if we focus on the reality, it cannot be changed according to the different direction. So it can be the same. And that's why focusing on the realities or focusing on the events, then we should develop our perception of impermanence, which is called the anicca sanya. So everything is changing, so we should not develop attachment all the time. We should not develop our anger in this way. And so development of perception in the impermanent perception, that also very helpful to protect our mental state of tranquility and calmness, and also to support our meditation practice. That's why by the time, accordingly, we should develop our perception of impermanence. And also anicca dukkha sanya is perception of suffering. So if we develop the perception of suffering, and we can reduce our amount of attachment, then dukkha anatta sanya, so non-self, the perception of non-self, because it is suffering. If it is self and it follows to us, and it will be happiness all the time. But now we are seeing the impermanence nature and suffering nature is a non-self. So we should develop in this way the perception of non-self. And also asubha sanya, the perception of disgusting. So as long as we are thinking this is beautiful all the time and everything, and looking on the beautiful side, so not knowing the real state of the life, we can develop attachment. That if the attachment is very strong, so the meditation cannot be successful. And the last one is very important. The keeping our focus on the present step. So most of the time, if we meditate, so only a few times we just start, and then we expect the very high position of the concentration and very high wisdom in short time to obtain that. It's not a proper attitude. It can be shaken the mind more and more, and is far from our progress. So our progress is calming down the mind, to keep tranquil and calm the mind. So in this way, the meditator can be successful and can be in the progress. But if we have too much expectation, comparing with the others, or who is doing this and who achieve in this way, and how happy, or why I could not be successful in this way. If the meditator is thinking about that and not keeping in the present step, so expecting too much and going jump into the different step, then that also the reason not to be successful. That's why we should satisfy our process. Okay, today I can meditate in this way, and I can keep my mind on the meditation object in this way, and I could search for the happiness and calmness, then appreciating our progress in every step, and we can search for the development of the meditation progress, meditation stages. So development of the concentration. So if you focus on the present step, the present step become better and better. So your mind become stronger and stronger in to be tranquil and calm. That support to the realization of the true nature. So okay, so to conclude, uh, so we should develop the our proper understanding about the meditation. It is development of the positive quality of the wholesome nature of the mind, and reducing the unwholesome nature of the mind. Then in that process, we should develop the respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and practice itself to keep our mind to work the meditation in the meditation process. Then, uh, although we face difficulties in the meditation practice, we should not make lamentation and aspiring or to be easy, searching for the easy way, but actually keeping and the progress to reduce the defilements that can be the hindrances to the mental development. Then develop the contentments in relation to their requisites, not to be so strong in attachment and easily anger. Then we should develop accordingly the sanya that can be helpful for the meditation progress, and we should keep our focus on the present step. So in this way, the meditation can be successful and progress. So I hope all of you can be in progress and successful in your meditation practice until you attain the nibbana. Thank you very much for your attention. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you so very much, Venerable Pannadhikalankara, for this profound speech on proper attitude and progress of meditation. I'm sure all of our Dhamma friends around the world were benefited today, and we will take up your questions now, and we encourage you to post your questions in simple language through the Dhamma USA YouTube channel. Okay, well, until we get some more questions, I did want to ask you a question, Venerable. So what are some, I know you just went over some techniques on focusing on the mind, but I guess I wanted to know what are some techniques you can give me as a college student to focus in the present moment?
Right. Yeah, actually, there's so many meditation techniques. So depends on the technique you follow. The object can be changeable. That sometimes you focus on the kaya nupassana satipatthana, or like this, and you focus on the body. It's also a kind of method. It doesn't matter, and you can develop. And if you focus on the feeling with an anupassana, it's also a kind of meditation. And focusing on the mind or focusing on the other object. So not on saying this specifically what should be a meditation or like this, but actually it should be the I want to say the really existing object. So it should not be the created one. So it should not be only in imagination. So if you try to focus on your mind and you can keep your mind and looking back at what happened in my mental process and what I'm thinking about that or what I'm feeling this way, or the just observing. And for the beginner, so the focus, the way of focus and the object can be different, according to the level of concentration, and then according to the stage how you are practicing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that, Bante. So we do have some questions in the chat. So Yakuza Moon asks, how can we focus anapana in our daily lives?
Okay, so this is not easy one, the anapana in daily life actually, but anapana, if you want to focus on the anapana, and you should practice in the specific time first at the beginning, because if we are going around or if we are doing something now, we are talking during this time, very difficult to focus on the anapanas for the beginner. So the anapana is breathe in and breathe out. Then if we sit in the sitting position, or it doesn't matter, if you just keep in the process of meditation, making the determination, now I'm focusing on anapana. I'm focused, my mind can be keep on the breathe in and breathe out like this. So you have to make the specific time period, even if it is short time or 5 minutes, no problem. And you just keep trying, focusing on this anapana. Then after that, having some experience how to focus. So you just need to keep your mind, and is the instruction is usually given in there, to keep the mind in the nostril points, or the upper lip around this. The anapana, the breath is touching to the uh, to the nose or the upper lip. Then waiting there, keeping the mind there and waiting to know anapana. Then in the specific time period, and you can train yourself how to observe. Then if you already learn how to observe what is the experience of the anapana, and then you try. But at the beginning, you just need to uh, push the other work. And if you are busy and very difficult to focus on that, but if you just thought, okay, I have time, the 2 minutes, no problem, and then you can focus on the anapana in this way, and you can extend the time period when you can keep your mind on the breathe in and breathe out. Then later on, you can check or today I could keep my mind focus on the anapana for the 30 minutes around, or then you can extend in this way. Then later, if your mind becomes used to in the practice of the anapana, then it becomes easier to focus on the anapana. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, the next question, how much important respect in order to develop our mind?
Yeah, actually, if the how much important mean that if your mind obey to your will to meditate, that I want to focus on my body, and that if your mind stay with the body, it's no problem. It's enough respect to the um, enough respect to practice, to continue our practice. So uh, this you have to consider if whether the mind is working properly in the meditation, or trying to be aware all the time. If not reaching to this, and then you need to develop your respect. It's not accident, that all considered about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, etc. And then you try your quality of respect, and then you can more, you can keep more on the process, process of meditation.
Okay, thank you for that, Bante. The next question we have from Yakuza Moon. If we can't get enough time for sitting meditation regularly every day, how can we learn to get samadhi in our daily lives with our daily activities?
Yeah, it's also needs, although you sometimes, the meditator practicing the sitting meditation regularly every day, but sometimes it does not connect it to the daily life activity. So that's why you need to make the intentionally effort to connect your awareness to the daily activities. So walk our we can walk and we can perform our daily activity according to the time, but with the mindfulness. So we have to remind ourselves is to keep mindfulness uh, as much as we can. So starting from the beginning, you are uh, waking up in the morning. So now this is the morning. So it's already you wake up not very long times ago. Then so from that time you consider the what to do, the whatever you movement. So you can keep your mindfulness. So sometimes the because of our defilements, so development of mindfulness seem to become tired. The meditator thinking that or keeping mindfulness all the time is very tired. But it means because of our mental defilement, we feel in this way. So mindfulness is not make to be tired. That's why you can start from the beginning. So when you wake up, before you make your daily activity for the mornings, and you try to keep your mindfulness. So being mindful, you can do your daily activity. Then start from the morning until the night. You go to sleep, right? Then then you need to remind again and again. Then if you can make the specific time to remind yourself, like so there's nowadays when you need to take the the medicine in the specific time, and you keep alarm like this. So when if you can give an alarm, set up alarm in your phone, it's okay. When you hear, okay, I need to develop the mindfulness in daily activity, but it cannot go long times. The one time alarm can go for the 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It doesn't matter later. You can and extend the duration. So okay, the keeping the mindfulness and making more effort to keep mindfulness, it is the way to develop the samadhi, the concentration in daily activity. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bante. And then we have a question from IDECU Dhamma. How can I decide I the first state of Dhamma when I do sitting meditation?
This is to call the past state of Dhamma. So I am still have the question about the first, what is mean the first state of Dhamma. So, so can you clarify about the first state of Dhamma, what is mean there, so that I could continue my discussion?
Okay, IDECU Dhamma, would you please be able to clarify what the first state of Dhamma means to you? Okay, so say Sotapanna.
Okay, so this to the Sotapanna, the Sotapanna have the specific qualification. Is mentioned that there he has the avajapasana. It's called the unshakable faith on the Buddha Dhamma Sangha and the Karma system, and like this. So the meditator can check by himself whether he has that kinds of confidence on the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, uh, and the system of the Karma like this. And also he can check the moral precept how strong. So it is said that if someone already attained their Sotapanna stage, and he cannot commit the killing, etc. The five precepts he cannot be broken in this way. So for the sitting, during the sitting meditation or anytime, the Sotapanna state can be off chain. So if the meditator want to check back, and then after the mega, it's already appeared the mega moment. So the first day or Sotapanna mega moment, it take the Nibbana as its object. So the experience of Nibbana must be the obvious, very clear, clear state of experience, not the experience of the here and there, not in the daily life experience, because it is the power of nibbana can be influenced to the meditator's mind. So if he cannot uh, identify by that, is still in the progress to attain the sotapanna level.
Okay, thank you, Bante.
Okay.
If we have any more questions, please post them in the chat. Okay, IDCU Dhamma says thanks, Bante.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so it looks like we have no more questions for today. So with that, we conclude today's Dhamma sharing, and we look forward to meeting you with more insightful Dhamma sharings in the upcoming weeks. Let's keep our palms together close to our hearts and pay respects to Venerable Pannadhikalankara with 3 sadhus. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May you always be well, happy, and healthy, dear Venerable. Let's also keep our palms together close to our heart and pray that by the power of all the dana, sila, and bhavana activities that we all have performed during our lifetime and during our whole course of samsara, become one united power, and may it be shared with all the celestial beings. May all the wonderful celestial beings, including respectful Brahmas and Devas, and all sentient beings receive this merit and share this merit, and be well, happy, and healthy wherever they are. May all your departed ones, including the late Acharya Upajaya's parents and all of their ancestors, all the departed ones also receive this merit, be well, happy, and healthy wherever they are. May all of us be able to live life peacefully, comfortably, and with good health. May all of us and all sentient beings be able to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, the absolute peace and happiness at the end of our samsara. Thinking thus, please keep your palms close to your heart and say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sabbityo vibhajantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. See you again next week at the same time. Good night and Theron Sarnai.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bante.